Now watch what he does. He's in the parking lot and they threw all this bread here. You see all this, remember I had the bread at the crucifix? Remember I had all this bread? Well, you know how like Ken and Sarah Cooper were giving their kids all the fucking money? He gave millions of dollars when he died to Ken and Sarah Cooper. When Ken died, he gave Kenneth and his kids, because his kid is named Kenneth as well. And he gave him all this money. Remember I had that Jesus Christ bread? You remember how people always say you got that bread, you know, that money? Well, he'll throw all this bread right over here in the parking lot. You see all this light? And so then he'll go over here, right? And then he'll wait. He'll wait for me. As you can see, he was just standing now. Now he brings this heavy cart of all his garbage to say, Jesus Christ, it was Ken Cooper. I'm here for white power, Ken Cooper. You have no idea the horrors of what Frankie was going through. And this is what these pigs are doing. You're justifying a child molester. If you thought Miguel was bad, no, it's Ken Cooper, the police officer detective. Now, they'll send these people to do this because he gave all the money to it, and it's time for Jesus Christ shit. And this is a mental conditioning. This is why my mother's not in a good mental state. This is the type of pig behavior that I talk about. And he'll go in there and bother me, and he'll wait outside because they're so dedicated to what they're doing. And they have no idea how much he should be. This piece of shit motherfucker should be sitting in prison. You know, Kenneth Cooper at the radio station, never to be allowed to have a fucking normal job of what had happened. But they don't care. The psychologists and all these other people they're viewing, they don't give a goddamn fuck. They don't give a shit. They don't care because guess who's scumming it? Me. The entire time. And they keep doing it to me. Not to this piece of shit. But to me, they have all these people pick me off. And there's nothing that I can do. I can only imagine what Frankie's having to go through as a child. Oh, I better do this if this doesn't happen. And then you have these parasitical motherfuckers like this justify it. And they'll just go, oh, who wants to rip Frankie in the asshole again? Oh, this is Sarah. Remember, this is outsmarting you. How stupid and how smart are you to calculate and beat your opponent in a chess match? Calculatingly, each position of the infantry, like an army war that you're causing. And so they'll do this type of behavior. And so this is what they do, but this is what I can only imagine what they do to Frankie. You can't even go to a restaurant and sit down. And then you have these people train you to think that, don't worry, it's okay, Ken Cooper, remember the police officer. Oh, but it's not his fault. And then just move on, and then it's too late. But I thought I'd make a video. Now, he'll sit in front of Subway while I'm getting something to eat because it's all the money that's being spent, all the garbage that's being spent. And then he'll do this because it's a metaphor. You carry all this hatred, you carry all this anger, and then you go into listen to church and healthy. And remember yellow, Son of God, white, oh, that's the white light. Oh, but, you know, the Son of God. And he'll do this. So I thought I'd make a video on this. They'll say it's for something else, but it's not that. But I thought I'd make a video on this because when I see this type of shit, I consistently think of everything. How did Frankie... What happened to Frankie and what I didn't see? Could you only imagine Michael Jackson? We can't let anybody know about the rapes. This is entertainment. This is for the favor for the blacks. This is for the favor for the whites. You know the whites always get open privilege. That's a guarantee. Well, this is Kenneth. He's a mascot for the radio station. He did a favor for... Man, you gotta be tough like a motherfucker. You know how to do it, Kenneth. You're gonna deal with it. Oh, but you're gonna cry too, like ripping your ass open, motherfucker. You know, but you have a huge war of people now. It's just a huge platoon of war. All faggots. The only hope you have is women, because they're the most observative that can watch a child and then tell a straight man or tell somebody, you know, or the child himself. But that's what they're doing. I thought I'd make a video on this, and they're consistently doing this all day, every day. But I thought I'd make a video. Consistently always thinking, it's like, man, I can only imagine a little kid running around. You trying to go to McDonald's, and then you have people like this show up, and they were following us when we were kids. And the patriotic movement for Ken and Sarah Cooper. You have no idea what these worthless piece of shits were doing. They're old, one's dead. One's old and one's dead. And the truth is of it, you know, so much of it is that you they don't give a fuck. You're 90 years old. You don't give a fuck. It's time for suicide. It's time for murder-suicide. They've already lived their life. It's about how much you can give to your kids on your way out the door. It's how much you can do for American flag, and then they just how smart are you and how stupid are you? My mother's in what kind of mental state? Now you have twins and you have nothing but gays, and I'm the only straight, and then Frankie possibly disabled. Yeah, I know. This is for Barack Obama, and I thought I'd make a video on this because this is the toxicity and craziness that they're fucking doing. You can see they threw all this bread right there, and they just start picking away at it. See, I didn't get any money. Nobody would help me. Nobody would do this because this is how sabotaging. As much as I can get people to hate you and attack you and not sit and get you to blame me, when it goes down the road, you're not going to be able to blame me. It's going to go after someone. Oh, you see stupid? Oh, you see who got fucked? Oh, who had a police officer's life? Oh, remember, let me just explain and talk. Let me explain and talk. Let me just explain and talk. Let me just explain. And they'll just keep doing this shit. Look, there's another car. Drive by. And they'll just keep doing this shit. But I thought I'd make a video on this consistently of what they're doing. I can only imagine. But it's all to come at me. Because I am the only defense my mother had in storyteller. And especially if Frankie is perfectly fine. Because then they want him to pick it up. Because remember? Barack, who got a better life? Who got the pig life?